Welcome back to online classes of Semistar Global School. Students, today we are going to start fourth part of our video on the chapter Force and Pressure. In this part, we will discuss about our next topic, that is pressure. Before knowing about pressure, first we will see on which factor does the effect of applied force depends. There are two factors on which the effect of force applied depends. First, it depends upon the magnitude of the force. That means, greater the force you apply, more will be its effect. Second, the area over which the force is applied. Effect of applied force is just inversely proportional to the area of contact. It means, smaller the area of contact, the greater is its effect, or larger the area of contact, the smaller is its effect. So we have seen that the effect of applied force depend upon two factors. First is magnitude of applied force. Greater the magnitude, greater will be its effect. And the second is area of contact. Smaller the area of contact, greater will be its effect. Hence, to measure the effect of force, we need two quantities, magnitude of force and area of contact. Now, what is pressure? The physical quantity that measures the effect of force acting per unit area is called pressure. Now, students, note down one important point, that pressure is produced only when a force acts on an object. Now, let's perform an activity to show you that the effect of force depends on the area of the object on which it acts. When you put your thumb on a piece of wood and press it, the thumb does not go into the wood. Yes, but when you push a drawing pin into the wood with the same force of your thumb, the drawing pin goes into the wood. But why this happens? The force applied on the wood is almost same in both the cases, but the drawing pin has much smaller area of contact as compared to your thumb. This means that in the case of drawing pin, the area over which the force acts is smaller, and I told you that smaller the area of contact, greater will be its effect. Therefore, its effect on the wood is much greater. That's why it goes into the wood. This is because of pressure. The drawing pin goes into the wood due to its sharp tip. The force of thumb falls on a very small area of the wood through the pointed tip of the drawing pin. Due to this, force per unit area on the wood becomes very large. Thus, the effect of force depends on the area of the object on which it acts. As we know that pressure is the force acting on a unit area of the object. If we denote pressure by capital P, force by capital F, and area of contact by capital A, then P is equals to F upon A, or pressure is equals to force upon area. Now, this is the formula of pressure. You will use this formula to solve your numericals. In the previous part of our video, we have learned that the SI unit of force is Newton and the standard unit of measuring area is square meter. On putting these two units of force and area in the formula, we will get the standard unit of pressure. It comes out to be Newton per square meter. That is also called Pascal. Before moving further, note down one important point, that if the area of contact is smaller, then more will be the pressure. Or if the area of contact is larger, then less will be the pressure. Now let's see some applications of pressure in our daily life. Have you ever thought why there are so many tires in a truck? A heavy truck is fitted with 6 to 14 tires. These tires increases the area of contact on which their weight acts. And we have already learned that greater the area of contact, lesser will be the pressure. So, large number of tires increases the area of contact with the ground and hence reduces the pressure. Skiers use long flat skis to slide over snow. The skis have larger area of contact with the snow surface, which reduces the pressure on the snow and enable the skiers to slide over the snow without sinking in the snow. The cutting edge of blades, knives are sharp because due to its very thin edge, the force of a hand falls over a very small area of the object, producing a large pressure. This large pressure helps to cut the objects easily. The foundation of a tall building are kept wide so that its area of contact with the ground increases and it exerts less pressure on the ground and do not sink in due to extremely high pressure of the tall building. Now the question is, why school bags have wide straps? A school bag has wide strap made of thick cloth so that the weight of the bag may fall over a larger area of the shoulder of the child, producing less pressure on the shoulder. And due to less pressure, it is more comfortable to carry the heavy school bag. A wide steel belt is provided over the wheels of the army tanks so that they exert less pressure on the ground and do not sink into it. Here, again the reason is larger the area of contact, lesser will be the pressure. Do you know some animals like camels walk easily in deserts as compared to horses or donkeys because they have broad feet. Broad feet have larger area of contact with the sandy ground, and we know that very well that the larger the area of contact, lesser will be the pressure. So, broad feet exert less pressure on the sandy ground.